Now, classical conditioning kind of goes with that hunger drive. Now, anybody that took a basic psychology class knows who Ivan Pavlov is. Ringing the bell, feeding the dog. Okay, now, just like the clicker, when Ivan first rang the bell, the dog had no clue what he was doing. It meant nothing to the dog, so it stopped whatever. You know, it's like, okay, you're ringing the bell, cool. But through repetitive pairing with ringing the bell and feeding, then the dog saw that as one engagement process. Instead of two separate things, it started to pair them as the same. Ringing the bell meant getting fed. It wasn't just ringing the bell and then getting fed. It was one thing together. So he classically conditioned that dog to react to the bell. That is why a lot of people use clickers. Now with Felix, he has a good foundation in obedience training by Hillary Weiss, who outstanding dog trainer, graduate from Tom Rowe School, and she trained him with the clicker primarily and markers. So I'm going to be using the clicker and using markers as well, and then we're going to be bridging that over to narcotics training with him and Ace the police dog that's here as well. So classically conditioning him to this sound, notice his head whips and his ears come up. He knew exactly what that sound meant. He knew that reward was coming. So that is classically conditioning him to the sound of the clicker or your verbal marker, yes. And how you do that is just like ringing the bell and feeding. You click, reward, click, reward, click, reward, click, reward. Now, tying this in with that hunger drive, when dogs first enter my program, I immediately cut their daily rations in half. So for mathematical reasoning, let's say Felix and Ace get fed 4 cups a day. I will immediately cut that down into 2 cups a day and then divide that into 4. So they will get their daily ration of 2 cups a day in 4 settings by hand with classical conditioning. So 4 times a day, I get a half a cup and just do nothing but this over and over again until I notice the behavior is exactly what I'm looking for, which would be that the head jilts, the ears pop, and they understand what's going on. So once they have that understanding, we can start incorporating the regular training. So this is also called loading the mark. Marker training, clicker training, whatever. Loading the mark. Good. Good. Now, once they're classically conditioned and we understand as trainers how that works, we will have all kinds of different markers that are classically conditioned. For me, in my training program, yes means click, which means you'll get a reward. No means you're receiving a correction, whether it be a prong collar or an e-collar for doing something bad. And I'll pair that with positive punishment in the operant conditioning for quadrants. I will also use nuh-uh, which is a try again marker. It means you didn't do what was expected, but try again. You're not receiving a correction nor a reward because you didn't do the act. And I will pair that usually with my negative punishment. And I'll go into more of this later. I will also say good, which is what I call my duration. See, his ears popped up. I'll go ahead and give him a little bit. A good is a duration marker. So if I tell him, for example, couche, that click meant yes. Now if I wanted him to stay in the down for duration, I will say good. So I'll say couche, good, good, good. I'm going to give him a lot of rewards in the down. Now he's getting too excited, so I'm going to try this again so I can demonstrate. Couche. Good. Couche. Because in my training program, we don't say stay. Down means down, sit means sit. Good. couché. Good. See, he feels like the good marker is a release marker, which is yes. But notice he's staying down longer without being told to stay. Good. Good. So yes means you did what was expected. Here's your reward. You are no longer expected to keep doing that. Good means you did what was expected. Keep doing what's expected until I release you. Good. So that's another step towards marker training. And then, of course, no is the correction. So my markers, yes, good, nuh-uh, and no. I know a lot of trainers that like to say nope, N-O-P-E, as the try again, but I don't like it because sometimes they will hear no instead of no-puh, and it'll cause a little bit of stress. Good.